Hey y'all, you got Doug Gore, Dougie Doo here with Cajun Soft Wash. I want to talk about what is your biggest challenge in business, okay? I did a post on the Spray Wash Academy page the other day about this very thing. What is your biggest challenge in business, okay? I did that post because I was going to do a video here and I wanted to get some feedback and I wanted to pull something off of there to help me with this video, okay, to be able to get my point across. What I didn't expect was the very first response to be spot on, the exact reason for why I wanted to do this video, okay? The very first response to what is your challenge in business came from Mr. Everett Abrams. And what he said was, myself. That was all he said, myself, okay? That tells me Mr. Everett Abrams owns what he's done, okay? Very much so, and that is the whole point of this, okay? So, again, my point in this video was to, or that post, was to gather some information on what you feel is your biggest challenge in business, okay? And I was going to take all of those and boil them down to one thing, and that's an excuse. Every single one of your replies, including mine, is nothing more than an excuse, okay? You're often going to hear me say, in this business, my biggest problem is employees. I cannot find the right employees. I have such a hard time with employees. If I get an employee, I can't get them to meet my standards out there in the industry. I want them to do the best job they can do every single time, without question, right? Don't leave the job until it's done right, right? But even just getting applications and that sort of thing, it's hard to get those employees in place. The reality of all of that boils down to one thing, and that is, that's my excuse. It's nothing more than an excuse. Having employee problems is nothing more than an excuse. I need to fix me, myself. I'm the one, I'm the problem. Not the employees out there. Me, Doug Gore. I'm the problem, okay? This business fails and succeeds because of what I do. If I don't hire the right employees, it's on me. If I can't find the right employees, it's on me, okay? A lot of the comments on that thread were about making the phone ring. I can't make the phone ring. I don't have enough money to start business or to grow my business. Things of that nature. These are all excuses, people. They really are. I don't mean to be harsh. Remember, I'm not pointing at you, because when I say you have an excuse, I'm looking at a mirror. It's on me. I have an excuse. You have an excuse. Everything we do in this business is nothing more than an excuse as to why we're not growing our business, right? Okay, so let's explore a couple of things. So first, I don't have the money to market and grow my business. That's an excuse. There are still ways that you can grow your business, even if you don't have a budget, right? I mean, go knock on a door. There are things you can do to grow your business. Now, it might take longer. A guy that throws $1 million budget out for a weekly advertising campaign is going to get a heck of a lot more business than a guy with no money out there knocking on doors. We all know that. But it's still an excuse for you not to grow your business. One of the excuses that was on there, I think a couple of them, was that, like wintertime. Wintertime comes up, and I can't wash in the middle of wintertime, right? I can't. It's 30 degrees outside, it's snowing, I can't do a roof, I can't do a house wash, okay? That's a good, valid excuse, right? Yeah, it really is. But it's still what? It's still an excuse. You are giving yourself an excuse not to grow your business, right? You have to find something different. You have to find, okay, what can I do to grow my business during the wintertime? You know it's coming, right? I know that it's going to snow next year. I know that it's going to freeze next year if I'm in one of them states, right? I know I can't do, so I need to find something else that satisfies my employees and my commitments to my employees and my company to grow my company, or take time off, go to the Bahamas, whatever it is you want to do, right? But you can't use it as your crutch, right? Because it is nothing more than an excuse. The biggest challenge in my business is myself. Everett Abrams, right? So it doesn't matter. I cannot, I've run this thing through my head a million times. I cannot come up with one scenario that is not something that I can blame myself for. Okay? Let's say, for example, and I don't know that this has happened to anybody. If it has, I apologize. But let's say, for example, you have a business partner or a family member or a spouse that passes away, right? Is that an excuse for your business? Yes, it certainly is. It's a valid excuse, but it's still an excuse. It's you have to, in everything you do in life, you have to pick up the pieces and move on. And trust me, people can say, well, you haven't had a death, and you don't understand, and I have, okay? We've had several. So I understand those problems, right? You still have to pick up the pieces because guess what? At the end of the day, the problems with your business, the challenges with your business are you, right? You are the reason for any failure that you have. It is your failure. Own it. But guess what? It's also your success, right? It's up to you to either fail or succeed. Things happen, things get in our way, but we need to pick it up and move on, right? We need to find out what that excuse is. For me, my excuse is employees. I have to come up with a way to fix that excuse and get past it. That's what I'm challenging you to do. I want you to find what it is that's holding you back in business. What is it that you feel is the biggest challenge you have in this business? And then I want you to find out, why is that the biggest challenge? What is my excuse that that's the biggest challenge, and I want you to fix it? I want to end this with just kind of reading to you what Everett Abrams said. Everett Abrams said, as business owners, everything stops and starts with us. We set the tone for standards and goals in our companies. For my business to succeed, I have to be able to address all issues that everyone will post, but at the end of the day, I must challenge myself every day to be the best. Every day to be the best I can so that I will be able to handle employee concerns, hiring issues, training, marketing, operations, etc., so that my company runs optimally. If I can challenge myself every day to be my best, then my company's standards will be high and there will be no limits to my success. If I do not challenge myself, then I have limited what my company can accomplish. Awesome, awesome words by Mr. Everett Abrams. And I want to leave it there with you with that. I appreciate y'all for listening to me. Remember, you can succeed. It's up to you. Thank y'all for listening. Dougie Do out.